Yo, what's up, Billy? How are you doing? I am making a Jazware Golden Freddy plush. I have some of the pieces cut out already. Five Nights at Freddy's, exactly. Hello there, Withered Bonnie. How are you doing? Hello there, Charizard. I'm making a no, not withered. I'm making a Golden Freddy Jazware plush custom. So hopefully I get the head done in the stream. I might work on a little bit of the body as well. Have most of the head done. I got his top hat right here. And I got his decapitated body. Can you make Withered Bonnie? I have already made Withered Bonnie. I don't know where you went. I don't know where you went, but if you go to my YouTube homepage and then scroll over to store, there should be a picture of him there. If you want to see it. Not sure where he's at. Peace upon you, YouTube, bro. Sorry you're late. It's alright. How are you doing? Queen fan. It's only 5 minutes that I've been streaming. You're not late at all. I'm making a Golden Freddy, yeah, Jazwares Golden Freddy custom. So it's basically gonna be this Freddy, but golden or yellow with black eyes. I'm not sure if I'm gonna add the white in his pupils yet or not. My plan is to do that, but maybe I won't. Who knows? Oops. Chica, Foxy, and Freddy are watching dude get tortured. Yeah, no, we cut Freddy's brother's head off, and they're all watching. I'm making it's like Frankenstein Freddy. Because I have pieces of a different Freddy. You have a mangle. I have made a mangle custom. I made it with I made the head and hands and feet out of fabric, and then I made the body with duct tape. It didn't hold together great, but it looked okay. And that was a few years ago, so I could always make another one. I'm not sure how I would do that. Maybe I'd use like wire or something like that. Okay, we got one cheek dart sewn up. I like mangled and withered bonnie. Me too, bro. Which one's my favorite? My favorite plush or my favorite character? Five Nights at Freddy's character. Alright, so this is his right side of his face. So that goes right there. And then let's see. This piece is gonna be there. And then it looks like it lines up perfectly with that dart. So we start sewing here. Make sure this is correct. And it looks about right to me. Freddy has no head. Yeah, no, I cut his head off to make a pattern with it, a sewing pattern, so I could make the head for Golden Freddy. Which animatronic do I like? I like Freddy, original Freddy. Yeah, no, this is gonna be Golden Freddy. Beans. The puppet in the corner is screaming of torture because Afton got cut into pieces. All right. Could use pins, but I don't really like using pins. So I'm just gonna hope I sew this on correctly. Right, I think this is the left side of his head, and then we still have to do the piece for the front of his face. And I have black felt for the eyes. Hey, remember me? Sorry I wasn't on one of your streams. It's alright, bro. I remember you. How are you doing? Quick shots. I could use a pin to hold this together. I don't like pins, though. You're sorry you have to go. It's alright, bro. Thanks for watching. You love these types of streams, bro, since FNAF was your fandom since 2024. Nice, bro. Okay, whenever I'm done sewing this up, I think I'm going to definitely try to do the whole head. I already have the ears sewn. And whenever I'm done sewing it, I'll probably do seam picking on it to help it look better. You have that exact Foxy plush in the back. Nice, bro. It's the Jazwares Foxy you have. I'm still trying to find the toy animatronic plushes. I cannot find them anywhere. I looked at GameStop. They're not at Target or Walmart. All I saw was they were on eBay for like 3 times the prices they normally are. Okay, so here is the side of Freddy's head. Now, I think that okay, that goes there. Lines up with that seam in the back. And then this comes over. Okay, I think that's looking okay. Hello there, Brenda Search. Hello there, Caitlin. Put Foxy plush in your closet and let yourself have nightmares. See you again, bro. See you, Wither Bonnie. Alright, so I'm pretty sure it's sewn on correctly. Now we gotta do the other side. And I feel like this has like too much fabric on it. Maybe not, I don't know. Why is it at an angle like that? Because the original piece, that's right here. Goes right there. I guess it seems like it has too much fabric attached, but maybe it'll even out later. The puppet looks like the type of people I see in my dreams. Alright. Looking good, thanks, bro. Alright, so we have the muzzle, so later we can sew that on there and have his cheek and his muzzle. Then I think I should do the other cheek, or I could do the face. I think I'll do the face next. I gotta cut some of these seams off to get the pattern. Um, and to find a way to rip his ear out as well. Okay, I'm just gonna cut this out of the way because I do not need these pieces. Bonnie in the middle. Who's waiting to notice in the corner? Yeah, no, Bonnie's over here. Here, I'll put him right there and move him over. We can also put out this horrible looking Foxy. There we go. Hello there, Billy. How are you doing? How am I gonna get this out? I don't really need this other ear, but I guess I'll keep it for now. Two puppets I see. Yeah, no, this one is the Nightmarian, where Foxy's really cool. Hello there, Dia. How are you doing? Okay, we gotta get rid of all the seam allowance. I feel like I've already cut most of it. You have Springtrap. I do have a Funko Springtrap plush. I have the Funko Springtrap figure. And I should have a Funko Pop of him. I don't have a... I haven't... Actually, I have made a custom. Yeah, no, I have. I have a custom plush of him as well. Okay. Should be fine. That's low-key cool. Thanks, bro. Wow. Okay, most of the seam allowance is gone, but we gotta just maybe do like a tiny bit more. Then we can cut it out on the fabric. Alright, so this is the piece. I'm making a golden Freddy. Here's his muzzle. Here's his hat and his bow tie and stuff. So here is the face pattern. I'm gonna cut this out. I think I only need one. So let me grab a piece of fabric. Alright. Your cat had a seizure yesterday, but he's okay now. Okay. Good to hear he's okay. Alright. I guess I probably want to just trace it. Does this even show up on this fabric? I don't think it does. Oh, and also I need to color in this. See if I can color the thread in on the ear. Maybe not, because this yellow thread is like showing through. Yeah, I should probably do that with a marker that has ink later whenever this is finished. Don't think it needs to be perfect. Because when I sew, it's going to be deformed. Alright, that right there should be good enough for Freddy's face. I had a dream of me being dragged in the kitchen by Nightmare Fredbear, then I got jump scared. That sounds like an amazing dream. It was a month-old kitten, and he accidentally stepped on... oh, he accidentally got stepped on. Thankfully, didn't die, yeah. That looks pretty even. Maybe I should fold it over. Maybe not. Maybe I should just cut it out how it is. Yeah, I hope I cut it out correctly. And these scissors are a little bit messed up. Pretty sure I have sharper ones somewhere. Was that the Bite of 87 ad dream? Bro, these scissors were cutting fine a second ago. Now they're buns, bro. I do have another pair somewhere, I feel like, that are like new. But I don't think I'm going to be cutting too much fabric. Most of this is going to be sewing, so I'll just get through it with this. You're on your mom's phone? Nice. Okay, so I think that this part of his head, like the bottom of it, it should line up with this, his muzzle. Then, yeah, so I gotta cut some of that. His hat will cover up the hole on the top, I'm pretty sure. It's all laughs and giggles till you sleep and get nightmares of your plushies in nightmare form. For my birthday, you're gonna get Jazwares Indo Series Foxy. Nice. I think the Indo... did I cut myself? I don't think so. I think that the Indo series is gonna be, or not is gonna be, I think it is the, one of my favorite FNAF figure sets. It felt like I cut myself, but I didn't. Okay. Your mom thinks if you charge your phone at night, it'll explode. we go. Alright. Hello there, Bannon friend. How are you doing? You okay? I'm good. Feel like I should probably sew the eyes on before I sew the rest of the head together, so we should probably make the eye pattern. Maybe I'll trace all the patterns out on paper and then like put it up on Etsy for sale or something for like $5 or something. Because I don't think there is a pattern up for the Jazwares plush yet. My mom name is Bailey. Nice, bro. A couple times in the night and it never even exploded. If you don't know, I'm saying my nose is clogged up and I use the speaker to talk. It's alright, bro. She's gonna be back in 3 years. Okay, so this hat the seam should be in the back and then it should go around here. And the muzzle will be here and the sides of the head should be here. So, let's see, I'm pretty sure all this is fabric scraps. Okay, and then I'm gonna cut his eye out. I don't have black thread, so I'm just gonna have to use yellow thread and then color the part that shows through with black because I don't have black thread right now. Okay, that should be a good eye pattern. We should still be able to use that. I think my name in YT is bad. Lint? No, I think it's good. You should put the word pocket in front of it. So it's pocket lint. Should I add the white dots in Golden Freddy's eyes? How many plushes did I make this stream? None. I haven't done a plush stream in a while, and I hardly ever finish a plush in one stream. Normally it takes hours and hours. I think I have finished a plush in one. I did a chicken jockey plush stream, and that was 6 hours long, and I got the plush entirely done, but it took a while. Okay, and then I should probably flip the eye for whenever I cut this one out. This is peak than your school. Nice, bro. Thanks. It's always the piece of the eye that gets missing. Hello there, Red. How are you doing? Okay. Should I add the eyes, the white pupils? That's like a last thing to do. So I do not need to make that decision yet, but I feel like I need to round these out a bit more. I mean, it's gonna get totally deformed whenever I sew it, but chicken jockey, by the way. Hello there, FNAF Collectibles. How are you doing? Alright, so it should be like one eye right there, and another eye, like, here, let's pin it. The doll's really cool. Keep up the spirit, bro. Thanks, bro. Sonic as a character, I think he's alright. I've never actually, I think I've played maybe like one Sonic game before, and I remember it being fun. I think it was on the Wii. If there's a Sonic game on the Wii, then that's the one I played. It was, I think I remember it being fun. I always use hot glue instead of sewing. It is faster. I used to use a lot more hot glue, but I like to be able to like put my stuff in like the washer. So I stopped using glue just so I could do that. Okay, if the eye holes are too close together, then it's okay. Because look at the distance between his eyes. They are very close together. So if I sew this and they're very close together, then I can just choose where I add the pupils and maybe it'll make it look better. You're half United Kingdom, nice. Um, alright. I think I should sew those in. Hopefully they look good once ever they're done. Alright, so I'm just gonna use a black marker whenever I'm done sewing this. I'm just gonna take like a black marker and color in the thread that shows through because I don't have black thread. If your health stuff, something you watch TV, you sew things, I do. Oh, are you gonna sell that? I was maybe thinking about it. I mean, once I have all the pattern pieces, I could just easily make more. I have a ton of fabric, so you're from India, nice. Hello there, Ian. Okay, so I think that if I color the parts of the thread that show through in with black, then it should look okay whenever it's done. That you again? How are you doing, bro? You're from Hong Kong, nice. Should probably do these stitches closer together, but that'll take a while, so I'm just gonna do them like close together. Going for looks cute, thank you, bro. Oh, you're watching the crafting table stream? Nice. Bro, I need to get more thread. You gotta go now. It's alright, quick shot. Thanks for watching. Your thumb is bleeding. I think that's marker. I think I just accidentally marked myself whenever I was tracing the pattern. My bad. I'll join your stream if you're live later. Alright, no problem, bro. See you later. Thanks for watching. Do you go live every day? I go live as much as I can. I normally go live like every other day. Like I'll do a live and then I'll skip a day, then I'll do a live. Sometimes I do multiple days in a row. I do post videos every day, and I post like 1 to 2 shorts a day. I post a long video every Friday. So, all right. Okay, so once we color this yellow thread in with black, it should look good. Okay, we need to get more thread because this thread keeps falling out. Did you make all the plushes on the table? No, these are store-bought, and right now I don't have any plushes with me I've made. This is the first, normally whenever I would make the Five Nights at Freddy's plushes, I tried to make them look like the proportions of how they are in the game, not plush proportions. Like normally they'd have like long legs and stuff. This is the first like plush, like the first plush with like the proportions of the plushes that you see in the game. I got something wrong with my thing. I have a YouTube channel, but I can't get on it. That's cool. Thank you, bro. Okay, we just gotta sew this other eye on, and then we can continue with the head. I don't think that the head should take too long, because last stream I did making this, I got most of it done. If I accidentally date Justin, don't forget, but my nose is clogged up and you can't read. It's alright, bro. How are you so good at sewing? I think, oh, whoops. I think that I've just been sewing for like a few years, so there was a time that I was like doing it every single day, so I've just been doing it forever. Thank you, though. If you think that you're bad at sewing, I'm sure you can get better if you just do it a lot. This thread is awful. It bunches up like this all the time. I do have thread that like never bunches up and does any of this. Thanks, I'll try maybe nice. Alright, there we go. I have thread that does, I normally I would use fleece for plushes, but after getting minky for this plush, I'm probably gonna start making all my plushes out of minky, because I thought this like fuzzy material was very hard to sew with, but it is a little harder to sew with than fleece, but I think it looks and feels a lot better. So I might start honestly doing all my plushes out of this, because most plushes in stores that you can buy are made out of like a minky type fabric like this. I'll give sewing another go. Nice. Have you ever played? I have not. Hello, Usky Whiskey. How are you? I'm doing great. How are you doing, Picnic Panic? How are you doing? Okay, I think I'll color over this yellow thread after I have the whole head sewn. And I should be able to put the thread that was in this Freddy's head back in this, hopefully, if there's enough of it. Oh, it's you, Mr. Smiles. Nice. How are you doing? Maybe I should, instead of sewing the white glowing eyes on, maybe I should get heat transfer paper and iron them on. Would you like spinal cords? I think I already have a spine. I also poked my finger with the needle once when sewing. Yeah, I poked my this finger so much with the needle that I don't really feel it anymore. But if I poke any of my other fingers, it hurts like a lot. So you could use a thimble, but I think that thimbles just get in the way and it's harder to sew with it. Hopefully I'm doing this in the camera, not... Oops. I have two cats sleeping on my bed. Right now you're living the dream. Nice, bro. Alright, I'll do one more knot on that to make sure it doesn't come out. Okay, there is our face. So let's see if we put this over it, if it lines up with stuff. Okay, so this would be there. I am making Golden Freddy. So we'll have this here. You will not be able to see the yellow thread because it will be colored in. I'll have the ears. You won't be able to see the yellow thread in that either. Then this side cheek piece will come around and stitch here. And then we'll sew the ear in between this piece and this piece. Hello again, bro. How are you doing? You sub. Thank you. Kitties are cute. I appreciate it. I dropped my phone on the bed, on my standing bed height. Lucky it's working fine, no cracks. You dropped your phone? Oops. Good thing it didn't crack. Hello again, bro. How are you doing with her, Bonnie? Bye, good luck. See you later, kitties are cute. Thanks for watching. You thought it was the end of your social media? Might do a help wanted stream after this. If I'm not too tired. Five Nights at Freddy's VR. One time I used my phone wouldn't work. Charged it using my charger and it didn't even charge for 3 hours. I thought it was the end of me. I used my mom's charger and powered on again. Bro, I like ruined one of my chargers and I thought that like something was wrong with my phone thingy. but it was just because my charger was broken. Like, I think I plugged, like, I plugged two ends of this, so it's like a plug, like, generator type thing, and then I plugged the end of my phone charger in the wrong port, and then I think it, like, broke it. Do you remember me? I think so. How are you doing, bro? We're almost at 30 likes. Nice. Okay, there's that cheek soon. I'm lucky I have a Freddy plush with me so I can see how their face go back together. I should be able to use the exact same pattern for a Bonnie plush as well. Pretty sure I would just need to make new ears. I'm pretty sure that their faces are really similar. Okay, so we have this face, and then this piece gets sewn on like pretty much like that, I think, and then it goes up here, gets sewn onto this, and we need to put the ear in between these two holes. And they should line up in the back, I think. I guess I can stuff it through the bottom hole once ever it's all sewn. I'm worried about this material. I feel like it might be hard to sew through this. Hello there, Everson. Hello there, Matthew. How are you doing? Okay, this one goes on the right. And then goes right there. Then this piece starts here and ends at that little seam right there. All right. Remember those fabric wires? Oh, figures with wire that you made? I made plushes with wire. I don't know if I've never made any figures before. I've painted figures, but I never made them. I really hope I sew this together and it lines up. Hello there, Momo. Almost 30 likes, W. I just got the grimace shake. I think I'm definitely gonna try to finish the head. I think I'll probably end after that, because the head will still be a while, a little while more of sewing. All right. Okay, so left side of his face. That there. No, wait. No, this is the right side of his face. Okay, here we go. All right, so this piece here. This piece goes right there, and the ear should be sewn in between these. So, no plastic figures, fabric like bonding. Yeah, no, I did use the wire to make them, the fabric figure plush like things. Okay, so this goes there, and then that should line up right there, I think. Wait. Okay, so the top of the head is there. Okay, so the ear should end like here, I think. Okay, then this needs to be sewn in like how. So if I sew it in like that, then whenever I flip it, the ear should be positioned correctly. So like let's just this in the middle. Put this here. Have that line up there. Which one is your favorite? How much will it cost? I'm not sure if I'm gonna sell it, but if I do, I don't know because I do have a lot of material. The reason why I normally have to make it expensive is because the shipping always costs a lot. So most of the price would be shipping. This makes me wanna rage. You can afford because you have $500 in your piggy bank. Nice. Okay, we'll see how this looks whenever it's done being sewn. Don't think Freddy has stuffing in his ears. Because if I feel them, they just feel like fabric. Which one do I prefer? Picnic Panic? Faction Verse? I like Picnic Panic. If you're asking about which name do I like better. Did you cut Freddy's head? I did. No, I cut the head off of this Freddy to make Golden Freddy's head. Okay, we'll see how this looks. Hopefully I sewed that on correctly. That looks pretty alright. So if we put it over this Freddy, see how it lines up. Then his eyes should be here, his ear is about right there. Have that go around his head. Top hat's in the way. And then we got his cheek here. And then we'll color in his eyeballs, or the yellow stitching so he doesn't show. Then we would have our mouth here. So I think it's working out. We just gotta sew on the other side. I think the ear looks decent as well. Hello, you're back. My mom made me eat dinner. That's alright. How are you doing? Welcome back. This is how much of Freddy's head we have so far. Hello. We got 30 likes. W. It looks like I sewed this on about right in the middle, so hopefully if I do that with the other ear, it'll turn out good. Hello there, Katie. How are you doing? I just watched I didn't watch all of it, but I watched most of the Bohemian Rhapsody uh like movie. Just like a couple days ago. 500,000th stream. Well, I mean, this kind of is a 500,000th stream because this is the first stream I've done since I got 500,000. But, um, uh, let's see. I'm trying to figure out how this will go. I almost choked myself when I was eating Spam. I'm sorry about that. Hello there, FNAFQ. How are you doing? Okay. How do I pin this? It's a very tedious thing to sew. Here, let me start off with just sewing that corner. I had water, so I didn't really mind. Alright, we could just sew Golden Freddy's head onto regular Freddy. Like, that's always an option. We could have a hybrid. It would be like if Golden Freddy and Freddy had a kid. Yay or nay, chat. You like rice? Nice. Hello there, the spring. What did I just say? Hello there, the spring lock guy. As a Filipino, we eat everything with rice. I like rice. Sewing in ears like this is like one of the most tedious things for me to do. But luckily, there's only two. Hopefully we sew this in good. it looks good after it's finished. Sure, you can say a joke if you like. You actually just got into FNAF like a few months ago. Nice. Hello there, man. Bach, Bazzy, how are you doing? 789. What else could 7 eat next? I fear it's me. Oh, 789. Why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 789. Five Nights at Freddy's Plush, yeah. No, Five Nights at Freddy's Plush. Hopefully I can sew in the top hat without having to have black thread. A nice tip for sewing for you is that if you're sewing a dark color and a light color together, always use light colored thread, because if it shows through, then you can just color it in with a marker, but you cannot color in a dark colored thread showing through on a light fabric. So like, oops. Let's see how this looks though. Really hope that this is even. Can you make Lefty next? I don't know if I'm gonna make Lefty next. I could maybe do that eventually, but alright, so like this, if this was black thread, then the black would be showing through on the yellow fabric, but since it's yellow, I can just take a marker and color it in. How about Springtrap? I did already make 2 spring traps. Somehow I forgot to sew in the cheeks. Pause. Alright, let's sew. Should I sew the back in? Yeah, no, I'm gonna sew the back of Freddy. Golden Freddy. I need more thread. I don't know why I said it like that. Okay, yeah, no, I did already make. I made 2 spring traps. One of them had wire in the whole body, and one of them had like wire in some of the body. And he was like posable fingers and stuff, and his mask could come off. You like Golden Freddy? Me too, bro. Okay, let's put one pin right here, just to make sure that our ends meet. Freddy, no, don't turn me into a marketable plushie. Freddy gets turned into a marketable plushie. I was thinking about getting like the things that they have at Build-A-Bear that like you talk into it and then you record, and then it's like if you press it, then it makes the sound. And then like the Build-A-Bear things, I was thinking about buying some of those and then making plushes with them, so I could like make a Freddy that says or something like that. All the other people I've seen make Golden Freddy customs of Jazwares, they've all had white eyes, so that makes me kind of want to not do white eyes. Because there's already people that have done that. Brum, 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 brum. Bum, 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 bum. Hello there, Arap TNMO. Remember the crafting Lego set? Yeah, no, I still have it. It's actually like right there in the corner. We got 21 people. I apologize in advance for anything cringe I might say. Are you building in your bed? Yeah, no, I'm sewing in the bed. I've stepped on needles before and they got on like an inch in my foot. But soon I'm gonna get a new bed, so I just sew on this bed. Here's this. Maybe I could just make a mask for my Freddy plush to wear. Maybe we can put this on Nightmarian. Be careful, a Lego set might fall. Chat, is it a W? I think it looks good. So then we'll have the muzzle sewn in here with the hat. And that's basically gonna be pretty much how it looks. Alright. So if we look at Freddy, the cheek is sewn in. And let's see, how does this go? So he has his cheek here. Then it's sewn. That lines up. And then it should line up exactly on that line. I believe, okay. It should line up exactly right there. So let's start there. Could you show me Withered Bonnie if you still have him? I do still have him. I do not know where he's at. So if you want to see Withered Bonnie, if you go to my YouTube homepage and scroll over to store, then there should be a picture of him there. If you want to see that. It's been a while, I know, bro. How have you been, bro? Yeah, there we go. Which Minecraft movie's the best? Oh, Mob. I think that the Villager's the best because, first of all, they look like Squidward. They make beautiful sounds, and you can trade with them to get ender pearls and books. So I would probably say villagers. If you're talking about hostile mob, I would probably say the creeper, just because it's like, iconic. Okay, so there's that cheek sewn in. Gotta do this one, then the muzzle goes here. So the hat has a color of the seam on the back, and this right here, it's falling apart a little bit. Probably don't. Maybe I do have black thread. I thought I had black thread. Maybe I don't. I have no idea, because somehow I sewed this with black thread. You're gonna come back nice. See you later, bro. Alright, okay, so this should go like right there, and then you just sew that in on around it. Maybe I'll just do that now. You're back again. Your family forced you to bring Coke. Welcome back. Alright. Really hope that this gets sewn in correctly. Which soda is y'all's favorite? I did a poll on that. Coke won, but I like Dr. Pepper. Maybe I should just pin one side to make this slightly easier. Just so I kind of like Fredbear more than Golden Freddy. Wow, it's so much fun living with no one besides you to sleep. Although Fredbear did chomp Evan's head off, so pretty reasonable. Yeah, no, I do like Fredbear better. I like his design better. And I like Nightmare Fredbear. Okay, I'm just gonna get more thread and not even bother with this thread because it's almost out anyway. This is Golden Freddy that I'm making right now. Maybe I should make a Fredbear plush. I feel like I have black thread somewhere because somehow I sewed his hat up because I accidentally ripped the seam. But I don't know where that went because I don't see it anywhere. How many days, hours, minutes? Probably it'll take a little while longer to finish the head. Not too much longer because all I have to do is sew on the muzzle and a cheek. So that will probably be, my guess, like another 30 minutes. But the body will take a little while longer. I don't know if I'm going to work on the body too much in this stream. That might be another next part. I hate Withered Foxy in the night too because you got to deal with a toy body crawling in the vent in the puppet music box. programmed to be hostile to adults. It would be nice if I could play music or something, because, like, it's very quiet in this room. I'm pretty sure it'll get copyrighted. I could play non-copyrighted music, but, yeah. Then ads will probably come on the TV, and then it'll be, like, for a local store. Then it will, like, dox me or something like that, so I'm good. If this was TikTok, I'm pretty sure that your lives don't get saved on TikTok. So if it's TikTok, maybe I'd do it. Hello there, Jacob. How are you doing, bro? Hello. Okay, bye. You change your mind, you like Fredbear? Nice. Hello there, Marshall. How are you doing? I am making uh a Golden Freddy Jazwares plush. Almost done with its head. Have a nice sweet sewing picnic. So see you later, alligator. Alright, see you later, bro. Thanks for watching. Picnic. I appreciate it. I will see you later. Almost 40 likes. W. Trying to get this thread back in the needle. Ah, oh, frick. Okay, there we go. I made doughy of sewing. Has a big neck though. I don't know who that is, but if that sounds great. Doey. Hello there, Sonny. How are you doing? Okay, we'll see how this turned out. Hopefully I sewed his hat on correctly. Alright, where'd my needle go? Here it is. Okay, let's turn this inside out. I might need to take it out and redo a few stitches. Oh man, it looks like I accidentally stitched through some of the hat. He's from Poppy Playtime. Nice. Hello there, Springtrap. You watched your first video, and is that you? My first video or my first short? They're both me. A long time ago. I almost sewed this incorrectly, but not incorrectly, but I almost sewed this in the right way correctly. I need to take a few of these seams out though, because I accidentally sewed through that. You've been sneezing for a while? Me too, bro. I sneeze like every single day. And why do people always... We got 40 likes, nice W. Why do people always sneeze twice instead of once? Like, why do they gotta be greedy and sneeze more than once? Okay, I'm gonna be careful. Sew through this without sewing through the brim of his hat. This is Golden Freddy. Hello there, William Afton. Hello there, Springtrap. Good live. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Trying to make sure I don't sew through the brim of his hat again. You think you're sick? Oh, I'm sorry, bro. Okay. Is done. No, I still have to sew the muzzle in, and that's about it for this head. So if I sew the muzzle in, it will be about done for just the head. I still have to do the body, but I don't think the body will be too hard because it's less complicated shapes. Like the head is always the very complicated part. I think that with this pattern, if I made it, and then instead of having this be his whole mouth, I had just this part be his muzzle, and then added a jaw down here that I could like use the pattern to make like a actual Freddy plush and not like the plushes that you see in the game. Hello there, May. You're back. How are you doing? Welcome back. How many minutes does it take for the song to finish? I don't know. I don't even know. You like FNAF, bro? Me too. Are you halfway there? I'd say the body. I'd say doing the head is about halfway there. I'm more than halfway there for being done with the head, and I'm probably almost halfway done with the plush in general. Okay, so we have fixed. Oh, did I do it again? Bruh. Bruh. His hat. How did I accidentally do that? I don't know, but it's in the back. I tried to fix it, and then I messed it up, and his hat's messed up in the back. So we're just gonna leave it like that. The Foxy plush is so cute. Thank you, bro. I think that this plush has some of his top hat sewn into his head, so we're just gonna leave the top hat like that. And I think it might honestly be easier to do the rest of him while he's stuffed. So let's stuff him real fast. You love my videos and artwork. Thank you, Liam. I appreciate it. Who is this? This is Golden Freddy. Put some stuffing in his hat. Do you still have the old costumes? I sure do. I do have them. Maybe I should remake those old videos and then put on the same costume, because it would be way too small and they'd probably rip. I don't know, will it be easier to sew it like this? I can't tell yet. Where are the white pupils? I'm still trying to decide if I want to add those or not. If I do end up adding them, I will add them once ever the plush is all sewn together so that I can position them the way I want. And I might honestly use iron-on pupils, because I don't like how the thread looks, so I'll probably iron them on off camera, because I can't really stream ironing them on. Okay, I don't think I can sew this part with the stuffing in, so let's just take this out for now. Okay, very close. The fluffy stuff looks fluffy. At the white people. Bye. See you again. See you later, Bonnie. You have to go recite the Korean. Alright. So I'm going to sew that, and I'm going to sew his muzzle in. Then I think I might take a break for a little while. I might do a Help Wanted FNAF stream, because that one seemed to do pretty good last time. It was fun. I'm so scared to do FNAF 2 VR, because FNAF 2 is like so chaotic. I could make the bow tie purple, but I already made the hat black, and I don't feel like making a bow tie, because I already have the one that came off of Freddy. But if I was going to do this again, I might make his bow tie brown. I mean, purple. I don't know where I got brown from. Hello there, FNAF Collectibles. Welcome back. Do you have your Evelinka Jeffy? Yeah, no, I have the $200 one and the baby Jeffy and the $500 Jeffy. We're almost at 50 likes. Thanks everybody for liking. You should make this again another time. Make Fredbear with the purple hat. Yeah, no, that would be a good idea. I could like make his pupils like pointing to the side. Alright, the head is very close to being done. We just have to sew on this muzzle. Let's turn it back inside out. And then there's a nose. So let's see, on this Freddy, his mouth line ends up halfway or like a quarter below his cheek. I do have Bowser Jr. I don't know where he is. I have the SK Japan Mini Bowser Jr. I have the All-Star Bowser Jr. and I have the Sine Bowser Jr. It's in awful condition, but you know the point is that I have it, so it's cool. So I'd say that Freddy's upper jaw thing ends up about right here. About. Let me pin that. And his jaw will be sewn there, and then it will go all the way around, and then this part of his jaw. Yeah, no, so the dark part should be a little bit below this seam right here. This is very tedious to do. Has you ever gotten a bootleg Jeffy? I got the bootleg rapper Jeffy. Or I had a Freddy phone stand, but the hand and ear fell off, and now I call it Withered Freddy. It literally can't serve a purpose. I'm sorry, bro. Here's the puppet right over there. There he is, and then there's the Night Marion right there. Okay, that looks almost right on this side. It looks like way too low on this side. I think that looks right there. And this looks like it could just go just like a tiny bit lower. Okay, hopefully that's good. You got 5 bootleg Jeffies. Put 2 cameras in his eyes. Your robot's finished, nice. And one Evelinka, nice. Hello there, powerful. Oh, you subscribed. Thanks, Marshall. I appreciate it. Can you see Rapper Jeffy? I don't have him with me right now. I keep all my plushes and puppets stored away. Um, Freddy Fazbear's head. I cut it off because he was a bad Freddy Fazbear. I looked away for 5 minutes. Do you have Withered Bonnie? I have made a. I have the Jazwares Withered Bonnie Endo figure, and I have the. I made a Withered Bonnie plush. You'll make an accurate Jeffy, bro. I'll show here. I'll show my Jeffy puppet I made. Uh, I made a Jeffy as well. I met Logan at Nintendo New York in September 2025, and I followed him on Instagram, and he followed me back because I showed him the puppet that I made, and he said he wanted to use it, and so whenever that happened, I think that he said something about meeting up, and he ghosted me, but yeah. I don't think Logan liked me. He ghosted me. Have you seen Bite at Night? I don't think I have. Okay, I'm gonna get some more thread. We're so close to being done with our little golden Freddy. Hello there. I'm not sure how to say or read that name. I spent $200 on bootleg Jeffies. Hey, it's a new Roblox game, which is basically FNAF Dead by Daylight combined nice. Hello there, Freddy Galaxy. How are you doing? Okay, very close to being done. Okay, so this part of the muzzle should go a decent amount down here. And this will be where the body is sewn in. Done with the head. Just about all I need to do. Well, I'm done with the head right now. All I need to do now is add the white into the eyes, but I'm gonna do that later with an iron. So let's stuff him a bit. I do need to add eyebrows as well. Okay, so I think I'm gonna end it after I stuff him, but I do need to get black thread so I can add his eyebrows. Forgot about that part. I will show the custom Jeffy before I end the live. It looks good, thank you, bro. I did not know that you're Filipino. Okay. After I stuff it. It looks like a Golden Freddy a lot. Thank you. That's good. That he looks like Golden Freddy. That's how I hoped for him to look. Just getting more fluff. Absolute cinema. Thank you, bro. This is the same stuffing that was in the Freddy's head that I cut off. So I really hope that there's enough to fill his head. Is that cotton? It's like polyfill, kind of like cotton. An attic live? I don't have an attic. I do have polyfill that I could fill him up the rest with if I run out of this stuff that was in his head already, but whenever it's done, I don't think that looks too bad. I did stitch his nose on kind of sideways, but we ignore that. I will remember to show Jeffy. Here's actually a decent amount more cotton. Half golden Freddy, exactly. Hello there. I am making a Jazwares Golden Freddy plush. Okay, does that look too bad? I think that looks pretty good. As soon as I add the eyebrows on and I add the white in the eyes, I don't think that looks bad at all. The ears are pretty even. The muzzle is sewn on a little bit sideways, but and that's alright. Alrighty. I think it's mostly stuffed up. We just got this last few bits. And there we go. Alright, so we could stitch this head onto this plush and you have a golden Freddy and Freddy mix. We sew that around there. I could be pretty fire. Hello there, Edian. Looks really good. Thank you, Freddy Galaxy. I don't think it looks too bad. You love FNAF. Me too, bro. Alright, so there's the hat. If it does bother me, I can always just fix this little stitching issue, but I don't want to do it because I tried to fix it and I accidentally just did it again while being extra careful of not doing it, and I still ended up stitching that closed. So I could always fix that, but right now I don't really feel like it. Do you see my live comment? I do. Us mobile players are suffering from the quality when we start playing by night. Oh, they're powerful. How are you doing? And we got 50 likes as soon as the Freddy head was finished. So, like, if I had this whole muzzle this color, and then I added a jaw, then I could, like, make a big Freddy with, like, actual Freddy proportions. Hello there, Ultimate Life Form. How are you doing? Scariest mob in Minecraft? Hero Brian, probably? I don't know. Alright, so I will be right back. Or, you know, we could just sew this body onto him and he could just be like a Funko Pop and have like a small body and a huge head. We could do that. Greatest thing I ever done. Greatest thing I ever done was I don't know. I got a Penelope puppet. Nice. Gotta go buy. No problem, bro. See you later. Alright, we got 50 likes. You could add those white pupils. Yeah, no, I think I am going to add the white pupils. I'm just going to do that after the rest of the plush is finished so that if I, like, place them, that whenever I sew the head on, that they don't, like, get deformed. I just want to be able to get the positioning right whenever the plush is done. But for now, we can just leave that head right there. I do really like the fabric. Like, you can see this fabric is very similar, and I got this fabric on Amazon. All right, I'll be right back and get the custom Jeffy, and I will be right back. All right, I'm back. Okay. Uh, Hello there. All right. Do I play games? I do. Okay, so two things. Like, I got the Jeffy, but also I'm going to try to color in the thread that is showing through. Okay, there's one. Okay, there's one eye done. So you can see the difference in that. I think it looks better. Okay, here we go. Okay. The warden's the scariest mob. No, Freddy. My homie is still decapitated because of the yellow thing. Yeah, no, the thread is showing through the black, so I colored it in, and I think that makes it look a lot better. So now all we need to do is add the eyebrows, and I'm not gonna use this for the pupils, but just to see how it looks. I'm gonna cut out pupils quickly just to see how it looks. So like if you just take these, the pupils I put on him are not gonna be square, but just to see how it looks. Here, that piece is too big. Where'd that other piece go? Need to cut out. The pixelated thing is good. Maybe I should do pixels. Something like that, maybe. Does that look okay, chat? And then you could like add the eyes like peeping to the side. Like that kind of. How can you make it stick? I'm gonna either sew it on or iron it on. But that's like an example on how it may look. So let's put him right there. Oh shoot. Okay. His neck is broken right now, but okay. And finally, I'm either gonna glue that, sew it on, or make them out of iron-on stuff. He's always watching. Exactly. Okay, so my custom Jeffy, uh, here, let me put him on my hand. Okay, so the front profile is okay. This side profile, I think it's like this side of Jeffy that looks the best. Is this side profile, like the way his eye is. And then I added the eyebrow to be like kind of messed up, and you can like do that facial expression, and you can like and do all that. But he's eating his teeth. Whoops. I think that I did the best on this eye right here, like the positioning for it. Like I think that looks like Jeffy from that angle. The front is okay, and that side is all right. But that's Jeffy. All right, so you guys, I'm gonna end the live now. You love it, thank you, bro. He looks like Fred Bear, imaginary friend from FNA4. True, maybe I should do it pixelated to make it look like that. All right, I'll see you guys later. Thanks everybody for watching. We got 51 likes. I may do a help wanted stream not too long after this, maybe not. We'll see, but turn on notifications if you want to see that.